All right, recording a plain explain 2 cent, 5 cent Zoom. I believe I'm only going to have time for one of them. Sorry, pardon me. I believe I'm only going to have time for 1 hour. Uh, Got to head to the gym here pretty quick. Then I got to pack up because I'm leaving for Houston again tomorrow. But yeah, I'm excited. My laptop's been in the shop for like a week now. It's finally repaired after being there for the second time. I haven't been playing too much online, but I'm thinking I can get around 250 hands in an hour. I know you wanted 500, but just with time restrictions, I'm not going to be able to get that in a single session. But if we play quick, I'm sure we'll get plenty in. It's going to be an open from the cutoff, I believe. This might be a little bit too loose. I still haven't had time to print out a bunch of charts and begin studying. This is only a few hours after our last session. This is going to be an open from the button. Gonna go ahead and add on for 50 cents. All right, we have nut and range advantage on this board. We're gonna go ahead and set up that 30, 60, 90 line we love so much. Okay. We do pick up gut shot equity here and get led into for pots. So since this is a fairly connected board, and he's leading out for pot and he's a short stack, we're just going to go ahead and let this go. If we were to make any sort of move there, once he's practically committed, it's just suicide. Just let him take that one. That's okay. King 9 suited, we would 3-bet from that position. King 7 suited. See, my aggressive side really wants to 3-bet this. And I know that I should be using a bigger 3-bet size if I am going to 3-bet this. So here I'm already making a mistake. I want to 3-bet this because I've just had a lot of success 3-betting in position with suited cards. I know this is most likely not an optimal line, though. I should have made the 3-bet size bigger, and I should not be 3-betting a hand this week. That said, we're just going to be jamming it in here. And get it through. So yeah, I'm already making mistakes here. I don't think that was a profitable 3-bet, and I think if I am going to be 3-betting, I need to be using larger size. So that's the first mistake to note. Yeah, a little undisciplined. I was talking about how I shouldn't be 3-betting it as I'm 3-betting it. That's okay. A little rusty. I'm not going to be that loose with 3-bets. From the small blind, I want to 3-bet around 60 here. This might be too big. Around 4x, I think, is okay. We're just going to be checking. All right, bets 1/3. This is a pretty weak sizing. I feel like we're going to get a lot of folds if we were to try to check raise this. So we're just going to call and check turn to get some more value from his bluffs. We do have a bluff catcher now, seeing as the king's an overcard. Checks back and 8 pairs up. So this is going to be pretty freaking bad for our range and pretty okay. He shouldn't be betting these on the flop, but he could. It's not going to be too easy to get slim value, and if we get raised, it's going to be a tough spot. So we're just going to check call here. He checks back. Okay. Maybe we could have gone for slim value because there's no way he should have been betting that on the flop. And he could have been betting a 9 and checking that back on a king turn. So that might have been a mistake on our part. But that's okay. That's our first questionable hand. I switch between betting 15 cents to 20 cents from the blinds. I think 20 is optimal, but I'm not 100% sure. Gonna have to look into sizing as well. Oops. Oh, okay. So this is another spot I'm interested in. I understand that since this is a smaller size, his range might be a little weaker. And I think King 7 is probably too loose to be opening on the button. I know King 6 probably, no, those might be opens. My uncertainty in those spots is a little concerning to me. But when I play off recording, I will sometimes, if I had a hand like King 9 there, I would just raise to like on the button. I just like kind of make a smaller 3-bet to around 35 cents there. And I would have some marginal success with that. Maybe slightly better than marginal, excuse me. Pretty standard here. If you were to 3-bet us hypothetically, I think a call is 100% okay. Set mining in position. There's 2 flops we'd be able to continue on as well. Here, let's go 20. If we get 3-bet here, I'm not 100% sure what to do if it were in position. Out of position, depending on their size, I think we could go both ways between calling and folding. Okay, so this is an interesting spot. This is a board where we don't necessarily have a large range or nut advantage. And we do have some backdoor equity as well as gut shot equity, so we're just going to check. Pick up hearts on the turn, so now we got a couple different outs. He bets around 1/3 pot. Since we don't want to get raised and then re-raised, getting blown off our equity, we're just going to call. And we fill up our straight, our gut shot. Depending on his sizing here, I'll decide whether or not I want to go for a raise. Okay, he checks. So we're going to go ahead and go for slim value here, targeting 7x, 6x. We are targeting a pretty small range here. Not much. He still decides to let it go. But yeah, I think if he checks there and we hypothetically miss our gut shot, I think that would be a pretty okay candidate to bluff, getting uh, 5x, 6x in smaller pocket pairs to fold. Not necessarily sure if he'd play him like he did, but I think that'd be okay. Jack King offsuit, multi-way, we're just going to call, and this is just a check fold. All right, check. Fold. On to the next hand. All right, queen nine suited. So assuming we face a raise from the button here, we're definitely free betting. We're going to make it around 60. I think that's a pretty solid size to go with. Might be a little too big. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just raise to 20. And if he 3-bets us, I feel like this would be an okay hand to fold. Not 100% sure what to do in that spot. I just don't like the idea of defending queen 9 out of position to a very strong raise. We're just going to be doing a lot of check folding on those flops. Not optimal. All right. All right, this is an interesting spot, one that I am now a little bit more familiar with because I faced it early last night. This is just a call. No need to 4-bet this. We're going to go ahead and check call this flop. Checks it back. Okay. Now we pick up a heart draw. We could start betting here. I don't think a lot of players check back their over pairs. But we'll go ahead and check again. Seeing if we can get a bet out of him. We do. Check call. All right, now we have a flush. It's not too high. I think this would be an okay check call once again. It's a little iffy, though, because I don't think a lot of players bluff in this spot. I don't personally really want to call this, but we're going to go ahead and do it. And he's got the nuts. Got rivered there. That might be an okay spot to check fold, especially at these stakes. I think that those rivers are vastly underbluffed because a lot of players are scared that their opponents have hearts. Might be a spot we messed up, but whatever. Good for review. This is just going to be a check fold. Should it get bet? Still checking here. It's going to be a lot of Jack X. We can't quite get the fold after checking flop. Really still just have showdown value. Players could still have Jack X in their range. I'm just not going to take a bet at it. Bet's half pot here. Ugh, this is annoying. Okay, so we could be doing this for thin value. Not a lot of players bet multi-way as a bluff, but we're going to go ahead and call. Okay, had ace high. Good call. But yeah, with that 10 high flush, yeah, it's nice that the King of Hearts came out. It makes it less likely that his range contains less hearts, obviously. But I really think that we can fold those rivers. There's not going to be a lot of worse hearts that he's betting like that. And we're getting owned a large percentage of the time. We were getting 2-1 on that. And to be honest, I don't think we're right 33% of the time. At least not in these stakes. Those rivers might be bluffed at other stakes more frequently. But I don't believe these stakes. So this is an interesting spot. I'm kind of torn between 3-betting and calling here. Because it's a smaller bet, I don't know. We'll go ahead and just call. Flop backdoors and pair sevens would be a pretty decent check call spot. Pick up a gut shot. Still check calling. He checks back. Okay. So he could be checking back with a lot of 8x here. Not a lot of Jack X you'll be doing this with. Not sure if we'll get an 8 to fold, so we're just going to go ahead and check call this. He has it. He has it. He checks back, shows a jack. Okay. Pretty tight check back, if I do say so myself. I think if he bets there, we might be able to fold. I don't see a lot of players taking stop-and-go lines for value. It happens every now and then, but they can be pretty few and far between. Sure hope the audio is recording. That would suck if it isn't. I'm just going to have some faith that it is. Let's just set up a Fidelity account, put some money into a Roth IRA. That's what that is. Right away, playing this, even though we're down a little bit, I feel very comfortable. Yeah, I think that I should definitely spend some more time on this in between my live sessions. Okay, so he raises to 15 sevens. Oh, okay. So if he hadn't 3-bet, I might 3-bet sevens from the small blind. I think that's okay. I think sixes is definitely at the bottom of our range, if not a fold. I wouldn't 3-bet sixes. I think sevens are at the bottom of our range. But yeah. Okay, Jack 10 here. Being in a big blind, I'm sure this is just a okay defend. Check fold this flop. Jack 10 suited there's probably a 3-bet. I'd 3-bet it. I do sometimes fold the small blind prematurely, and it's only with very trashy hands that are marginal at best. Yeah. All right, multi-way, flop at 866. Definitely not betting at this. And this is just going to be a pretty easy fold. I'm going to go ahead and add on here. Queen nine of hearts again in the small blind. Like I said previously, this is going to be a 3-bet should the button open. Ooh, he is short stacked though. Okay. I like a 3-bet a lot less since he has 50 bigs. 50 bigs, I don't know if this is a 3-bet, honestly. But I don't want to call. This is probably a spot we need to review. If I'm going to 3-bet, I guess I'd go with a smaller size. Maybe like 45 is fine. In or out of position. But yeah. I definitely am interested in studying more short stack poker. This might be too loose of an open. I just realized that. I know from the button, opening deuces is okay. Cutoff, it's a little iffy. That said, if we're just going to go ahead and call this a set mine, he min 3-bet us. Check fold this flop. You can have it, friend. But yeah, I'm interested in studying short stack and poker and tournament strategy again because Choctaw's coming up. I never really considered myself to be a great tournament player, but I had some pretty decent results in early January this year. So I think I'm going to slowly start studying that after I'm done with a couple of the cash game master classes in preparation for Choctaw. I'm not 100% sure how the staking deal works with that, but I'll make sure to talk to you about it. So we're just going to go ahead and check this. Check call this flop. Pretty small bet. We're just going to call. Turn trips. Very unlikely he's going to barrel at this. But if he does, I think we're just going to call, keep his bluffs in. Okay. Pretty big bet sizing. I feel like a lot of his jacks, there's only a few combos that we have beat. If we lead out here, he's just going to fold. So I'm just going to check, call again. Yeah. Maybe a check raise would be okay there. I don't know. There's a lot of jacks there that... There's not a lot of jacks there we have beat. But I feel like if we lead out there, all his bluffs snap fold. His better jacks raise us. I feel like that's just an okay spot to check call and see if he's willing to put in a triple barrel. All right, we pick up a second nut heart draw on the turn. Just gonna be check calling this possibly. Okay. So we are getting pretty good odds, getting like 4-1 on this. I think it's probably an okay call. End up missing. We're just gonna check fold this flop. Yeah. Sorry, it's on my phone. I think this is an okay open. This might be too loose. Okay, so this is a great scenario that came up. This is just going to be a check back. Since it's multi-way, heads up, we could probably use a stop and go line, but yeah, just a check back here. Not too many worse ace X's that we're ahead of. If it checks here, I think we can start to go for value. Half pot seems to be okay. Charge diamond draws, straight draws. Any curious 9x wants to call. Okay. And then, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and bet for some value here. I think 35 is probably fine. Might be a little too much. If he raises here, that would suck. Okay. If he raises there, I just fold. All right. 4 or 5 of hearts open. Everybody snap folds. Queen 9 offsuit. All right. Against an under the gun opens. Easy fold. Ace 8 offsuit. Yeah, that's a fold versus that. Even then, that might be too loose of an open. I'm pretty sure it is. I think I'd fold it. Mm, 10-8 off. I know on the button this is an open, but in the cutoff, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's an open in the cutoff. I know on the button I can, though. Queen 10 off in the small. This is probably a hand that's too weak to 3-bet. Since there's a caller here, I kind of want to call. That said, playing Queen 10 out of position sucks. Okay, this is probably too loose. But since the if the button hadn't called, I'd easy fold. But since he called, it makes it a little bit more juicy pot odds wise to continue. That's probably a fold though. That's poorly played, most likely. We're just gonna be check folding this. If we river a queen, if it checks through and we river a queen, we're just gonna be check calling. Even then, we're probably not doing too well. in that spot. So yeah, probably was just a fold against an under the gun range. Even though the button called. Crazy side of me wants to raise that. Boring. I hate being in the big blind in this game because you're really just, when you have trash, you're really just waiting for people to raise so you can fold. Honestly, I might just start folding weak hands in the big blind. It takes up so much time. And if I'm just going to be check folding a majority of flops anyways, why would it matter? Okay, paired board here. We have nines. This is just a check. Ace is a horrible card. Easy check back. If he bets here, we're just going to fold. He can have it. This is just a bluff catcher that's too weak, I feel. I don't know. I want to call, though. Fuck, what are we getting? Like 2-1. Alright, fuck it. Yeah, has the ace. Probably not a good call. That's okay. That's why we play. I need to recognize that those spots are just a fold. I'm a little bit too much of a station. Threes in this position is probably a fold. Yeah, I don't know why I waited for it to be folded around to me. That's just a habit. Queen 10, this might be too loose of an open. From under the gun, I'd 100% fold it. Get 3-bet, punished for opening too wide. That's our fault. Queen 8, if it gets folded to us, I think this is an okay open on the button. If button or small blind RFI here, I would 3-bet. Fortunately, that does not happen. 9-7 of spades. Okay. If he had folded, I would have opened that. It's annoying. Okay, even though we're getting 3.5 to 1, this is probably too loose of a defend. Yeah. Pots it. It's probably too loose of a defend. I don't know. I just can't help myself when there's multiple callers. I should definitely look into that. Oof. I wonder if 4-6 of diamonds here is a 3-bet. It was probably way too loose. My psycho side wants to make it, man. Fuck it. This is probably too loose. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think that other suited connectors I could definitely use. I know 10-8 suited is a 3-bet. Yeah, but 4-6 is too loose. That was stupid. Okay. Had a lack in focus there. With a combo draw, this is probably an okay board to begin bluffing. Possibly not. That probably was a check back. If it was just a flush draw, I would have checked back. I think. Completely fucking brick out here. It's a shitty board for us and his calling range. I don't know what else he's really calling with here that doesn't have us crushed. I'm kind of tempted to just check this back. He has eights. Okay, he may have called us with eights. We may have misplayed that because it was a combo. Wait, was that even a combo draw? We had what, 8-9? Sorry. Wait a minute. We had 8-9 there. Quit fucking with me. It's not even the right hand. Okay, I was pretty sure that was a combo draw. My girlfriend's pissing me off, and it's getting in the way of my focus. Yeah, I think because it was a combo draw, because we had 8-9 of diamonds. It's an okay board to barrel, but once it pairs up like that, it's probably okay to check it back. I don't know. I want to continue barreling at it personally because I hate giving up. It sucks. But yeah, that's a good spot to review. Jeez, man. Yeah. Once again, my crazy side wants to start barreling at this, but I know multi-way that's just not good. Yeah, we're just gonna fold. Excuse me. King high here. All right, we river some value. We're gonna go for the thinnest of thin value. God, I fucking hate hands like that. Just kills my hands per hour stat. I just want to check fold big blind when I have trash because there's not really a lot of interesting spots that come from it. Boring. 7-6 of spades is an open and probably a 3-bet if we have an open from a later position. But against that action, it's an easy fold. What the fuck? Easy 3-bet. I'm going to make it 50's probably okay. 55's on the bigger side for sure. We get 4-bet. Lovely. Okay, so cold 4-bet, man. This is pure fucking strength. Like, my crazy side wants to flat this, wants to see a flop, but I know we're most likely very behind here. We're flipping at best, so it's just going to be a fold. I'd like to know your feedback on that specifically, but I just feel like in these lower stakes, ace queen, when we're facing a cold 4-bet like that from the small blind, it's just an easy fold. I think ace king, obviously, we can jam it in there. Ace queen off, easy fold. Ace king suited, though, it's like a side fold. There's just not going to be a lot that we're ahead of. He's not doing that with ace jack, other ace queens. He's just doing it with jacks plus and ace king, so we're pretty crushed. All right, we're going to go ahead and 3-bet this. Let me know if you don't like the 60 size. This is just what I use in Hold'em. And live Hold'em. Might be too big. Immediately bets half pot. It's annoying. We're just going to have to fold, though. I don't really know how I feel about how I've played so far. How long has it been? Now 30 minutes? Wish this bar would move. 30 minutes, okay. Get some min raise. What are we getting? 3-1 with 10-7 suited. It's going to be a 3-bet. We'll go with the 50 size this time. It's 3x this plus the blinds, kind of. All right. With backdoor hearts, 2 overs, and an up and down straight draw, this is going to be a check. I don't know whether to start bluffing at this. If we check back here and we miss and we go for a bluff, I feel like a lot of his ace-x... wait, I need to make it bigger. I think he doesn't check a jack twice here. And I feel like we can get his 10x and ace-highs to fold with a double barrel, especially if we pot it. But yeah, I don't like checking back turn. I think this is an okay line. He probably has 10x in his thinking. Cool. I wouldn't be surprised if he folded 10x or ace-x there, but I feel like if we check back turn, all of those hands are calling, and when we're going to be missing over a lot, so it's just a shitty spot to lose when we could have started bluffing, I don't know a good size for the small blind. I really don't. I think 60 is fucking way too big. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, we're always checking out of position here. I feel like that's probably the right move. Oof. Okay. I'm thinking, how are we going to get all the money in here? He is pretty short stacked, so I think we're just going to check to him again, see if he can barrel off. He elects not to. Okay, so what hands could he be doing this with? What hands could we get to call? I don't know, but I think he checks back a lot. I think it jams too much. All right, we're gonna just target his over pairs. That's probably too big of a bet. He does call though. He may have had tens there. I don't know. I kind of want to save that hand. I'm gonna take a picture of that hand history so I can look it up and see what he had. Boom, got a picture. And we're gonna go ahead and lock it up here in a bit. We got 40 minutes in. Okay, I have to leave in 10. Oops. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sit out. I feel like this is a good place to call it quits. I'm going to look up what he had that hand. I wish I could have played more. Just so pinched for time lately. I'm always busy, which is great and not great at the same time. Wait, we're at the wrong place. Let's go here. Count. Hand history. Hand number 444 721 3385. He had ace 8. Wow. Not a very good play by him. Surprised we were able to get that much value from him. Probably half pot would have been okay. I think he continues with tens. I think that was a stupid statement. I think that, yeah, half pot to target, nines, eights. I don't know. There's not much for targeting there, but I do know that if we check the river, he's just going to check back a majority of his holdings. So probably a half pot bet would have been best there. But it ended up working. Terrible call by him. Lovely. And I think we're going to... Ooh, I didn't mean to join back. I guess one last hand. This will be an open, unless it gets open before. All right, one last hand. Oops. All right, we're going to set up that lovely line. Here comes the double barrel. And if he calls this is a fairly dry board. We might be able to give up. Yeah, we might be able to give up here. What does he have? 9-10 for pair of nines. Okay, that was stupid. Maybe we should have tripled. That's a little embarrassing, a little tilting. Not really. I just maybe should have tripled there. Not 100% sure though. That's also a good point. On dry boards that we're barreling, do we give up if it's a king high, queen high board? Because majority of the time those are the holdings are going to have. Maybe not. Maybe you should have continued to barrel. I've had a lot of success with that. Why stop now? But yeah, hopefully, I hope the audio recorded. It's just going to be so annoying if I come back and it didn't. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I think we ended up winning. I'm not sure. Let's see, live play. We didn't end up winning much. It was only 140 hands. Unfortunately, we couldn't play for longer. Ended up winning 6 big blinds. Not great. Until that hand, we were up a little more, but that's okay. Yeah, four big blinds an hour. It's beating the game, right? But yeah, go ahead and upload this now.